I am sitting here with Jane in San Clemente on Linda Lane Beach, and that is the San Clemente Pier in the background there, and it is so stunning. And why I've asked Jane to meet me down here is it's kind of been one of those cold days, and I needed to get outside and get some light in my eyes, because light has a very profound effect on the hormonal system. It regulates serotonin and melatonin, two neurotransmitters made by the pineal gland behind your eyes, and that helps your hormonal system function more efficiently. So seeing as we're talking about hormones, I thought that Jane could tell us how her health has improved, because you had some serious hormonal problems, and I want you to be honest, because I know that they're not all sorted out, but you've seen quite a big improvement. And what is important is that we understand that when your hormones are not working properly, it takes time to correct them. So how long have you been on the basic Natural Way program?
I've been on the Natural Way since February of 2007. Slowly but surely I began to introduce the 5 steps into my diet, my regular lifestyle and diet. And it took about 8 months to introduce all of the 5 steps.
That's good.
And it was a slowly but surely, okay, now I'm ready to start the next.
Yeah.
Within the first, probably by just working with the first 2 steps, which was for me food combining and raw before cooked.
Yeah.
Actually the first 3 steps, and a fruit meal.
Yeah.
I spent the entire summer allergy free.
Oh,
for the first time in my life. I have chronic allergies and was rushed to the hospital as a child, and drippy nose, boxes of tissue in my car, my home, everywhere. And that was one of the first, bonuses or benefits of eating the natural way.
Were you on antihistamines as a kid?
Oh, everything. I've tried every allergy drug out there, and nothing works. So at the time when I started the Natural Way, I was not taking anything. I might buy an over-the-counter supplement, something, just because I couldn't handle it, but nothing worked. So there was no reason.
So you were allergy-free on that first summer?
Yes. So within
like
3 months.
3 months.
Yeah, within 3 to 4 months. By June of 2007. I no longer had drippy nose, which is amazing. My post-nasal drip was gone, and I didn't have itchy throat, I didn't have my hay fever symptoms, allergic to grass, allergic to pollen,
Cats, dogs?
Oh, everything.
Gone?
So, gone.
Isn't that awesome?
It is, it's been a huge blessing. It's been a huge, it's enough to get me to not want to eat. So, it's like, okay, if this is what causes my drippy nose, I don't need to eat it.
Yeah.
If I want a drippy nose, I'll eat certain foods, which for me, the dairy foods are, and I really didn't eat a lot of dairy. I'm dairy intolerant, and I did a lot of soy, and occasionally I'd have cheese maybe once a week, but even that was enough for me to have allergy symptoms.
Yeah.
And so I'm allergy free.
So the dairy also contributed to it as well?
Oh, it's amazing how the dairy contributed.
What else were you doing with your diet? I mean, were you taking anything? I know you exercise quite a bit. Using any supplements in any form?
No supplements, just maybe like soy protein, and so changing from using soy to just using nuts as protein source. In my smoothies, I just include almonds and cashews and almonds and cashews.
Do you juice at all?
I don't have a juicer, so I don't juice. I will use my AIM carrot juice and my beets, or I'll buy some.
Do you take the barley as well?
Oh, I take the barley. So I take the barley.
And what else do you take?
The barley, beets, and carrots, and I take the Omega. Those, basically, that is what I began taking, which helped me. The biggest thing, the Omega has been humongous in helping my salty cravings.
Yeah.
I'm a salty person, and
what would you crave, and what would you eat in the old days?
Cheese.
Okay.
And that would be the cheese, the French fries, you know, the fried foods.
Yeah.
Candy bars, you know, that was my sweet craving, but then also wanting the fat.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm a school teacher, and so 2:30, I'm needing a candy bar, and I need to go to the teacher's classroom that I know has candy bars to get my fix.
So she's most popular teacher.
Yeah. So it has been freeing, and so I didn't really notice what the benefits of the omega until I ran out and I kept forgetting to order it it was about a week period, and I was just craving cheese pizza. And my favorite pizza place that I used to frequent, and I was like,
to see you back.
"No, I didn't make it. I never made it. I didn't make it." But I think I went to a lesser venue, something to fix my cravings. But it was just amazing. I was craving ice cream, and I just haven't had cravings for the fat like that. And I always knew before. I would be craving my body. I guess I have listened to my body before, but I didn't know how to give it the right stuff before I began to eat the natural way. Because when, you know, the milk fat craving, I always had that. That's when I need my ice cream. So, and even my body used to crave iron. I used to experience extremely difficult menstrual periods. And once a month, I would crave iron. And
what would you eat if you were craving iron?
I would go to this rib joint in the city where I work. Yes, and it was once a month. Clockwork. I knew, okay, it's time to go get ribs. Okay, that means I'm going to be starting my period soon. And I was iron deficient, and so I was needing some iron and some blood. And so I would frequent there, and I no longer have those cravings. I regularly every morning take the barley, beets, and carrots, the garden trio every morning, and I just don't crave I can't say I don't crave the iron. I'm getting the iron through the beets. And I no longer crave the animal meat, I guess, because I am getting my iron from, you know, my nuts. I'm getting iron from the vegetables that I'm eating, and it's just amazing.
Now, what else are you doing with your diet? I mean, have you removed gluten? Are you dairy-free? What have you gone vegetarian? And if you've done all of those things, what else have you seen?
Okay, so I pretty much went vegetarian, by June.
Did you just drift into it?
I wasn't much. I don't think I would eat a lot of fish before, but and then my once a month, my ribs. But so I pretty much cut seafood out, and I was beginning to, I saw some improvement because my menstrual cycle was the biggest deal for me. Intensive cramps, where I was on Vicodin, prescribed by the doctor for years as painkiller, maximum dosages of this painkiller, and that still didn't work. And so the only other option for me, according to my medical doctors, was to have a hysterectomy.
Oh, goodness sake.
And, as you say, and you tend to say a woman will, totally, just let doctors do whatever they want.
Have your way. Remove my uterus.
I probably would have had, aside for the fact that I'm not married and I don't have kids, and I want kids. So I couldn't go that step with my doctor's advice. So, it was like there was nothing they could do for me. They were willing to prescribe me any narcotic, and they did. And so, illegally. So, you were just encouraging me, with the natural way, this will really help with your menstrual cycle. And so after the first, 9 months, I was like, Marianne, I'm still, having some cramps. Now, they had lessened, but I was still experiencing stuff. And you're like, your body just probably needs for you to just be a complete vegan. And so I was like, fine. This was November when I cried to you. So from that point on in November and all through December, from that point on in November, that was the beginning of November, through December, it was about the 13th, I completely took gluten out of my diet, and I made sure that I wasn't eating any animal products. And that was the first period I had where I was not in pain. It was in my entire life. I've never had you know, a cycle without extreme pain. And it was absolutely amazing. I didn't know it was coming. I always had pre, during, and post menstrual symptoms. And so it was, and I'd have 15-day cycles, just.
And how long would you bleed for?
Continual bleeding, like continual bleeding, sometimes for 2 weeks. Yeah, for 15 days.
Goodness.
The first couple of days would oftentimes be just absolutely heavy, where once an hour I am having to change. I mean, just extreme.
Yeah.
So, starting in December, it was like, huh? Oh my goodness, it's here. Oh, okay. And I just didn't feel all of the pain that I was so used to, that I had grown accustomed to in my life. And January, it just began to get better and better and better. So in April.
How long were you bleeding for?
Oh, I was still bleeding, so then it probably went to 7 days. Yes. Oh, that was a big deal. 7 days, and then, and so since then, like April was the first month where it's probably down to about 4 days. It might come the first day, but nothing is really there. It just says, hi, I'm here, and but there's nothing really. And for the first 2 days, and then for about 3 days, I might have something. My biggest claim to fame is that I have been able to wear panty liners for the first time in my life, because those were just so. Those were. I didn't understand why they made panty liners before this, because
so
I was never able to even conceive of wearing one of those, and have been able to wear one for, you know, the day, and it's just ridiculous. It's very strange.
You want to do it on?
It's awesome. It's very awesome, and so it's really awesome to be able to share with people. So I haven't heard you complain about your period lately. That was my carpool buddy just the other day, and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't told you. And, you know, I said, all the pain is gone. So she's watched me. We've been carpool buddies for the last few years. And so she's watched me through this journey, knowing that I've been eating this way. She has actually come to a food demonstration and everything. And she is just amazed. And Monday, or tomorrow, as we are driving to work, I'm signing her up. She's just like, okay, I'm signing up. And she's signing up. She will be doing it all. So we actually tried to order, I think this was Saturday, yesterday, and I was like, oh, they're closed. Okay, so Monday morning we'll call it in. And so she's ready after a year and almost a half of kind of watching the journey. She's sold. She's believing that this is going to do, you know, provide her with a better quality of health, and she's ready.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
And what else? I mean, have you noticed any other symptoms? You told me you'd lost some weight.
Oh yeah.
Because that's all hormone related.
That's right. Within the first 4 months, I had dropped 4 dress sizes. By June, so we started in February.
Freaked out. You had to buy a whole new wardrobe.
I did have to buy a new wardrobe, and I can't say that I lost weight. It was the strangest thing, because if I looked, and I actually didn't look at the scale. I've been in this fitness world, and I know that scales are all liars. They're all going to hell. Every scale tells a different story, and it's never the story we want to hear. So. I was just, eating this way, taking my barley, my garden trio in the morning, having a fruit, my fruit meal in the morning, pretty much doing like a fruit meal, maybe at lunchtime, or a salad or vegetables for lunch, and then probably doing hot meal for dinner. And totally satisfied with everything, that I'm able to eat, which is everything. I should actually say this. Right before you came into my life, I got on Weight Watchers for the second time. I wanted to lose the last 10 pounds or something like that I had never lost when I had originally signed up. I'd signed up for Weight Watchers maybe like 3 years prior. And I had lost about 20 pounds, gained 10 back. Maybe I think I lost 25 pounds, gained 10 back, and wanted to lose the last 10, 15, because I wanted to be the same weight that I was when I was in the 6th grade, you know, as an adult.
Yeah.
So that was the goal that I had set. So right before you came into my life, I had joined up again, but I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't count my points again. I just couldn't do it. And I was, you know, pretty healthy eater, and but it just, you know, my big issue is portion control.
Yeah.
And so
You enjoy food.
I enjoy food.
Oh, that's why we like each other.
So I began eating the natural way, and you said just eat.
Yeah.
Just don't, you know, you're not counting, you're not, you know, you're not weighing, you're not measuring, just eat. And so in the 4 months that in the 4 months, it was from February, so it was March, April, May, June, yeah, the first 4 months, I just ate. And I ate till I couldn't eat any more fruit. I ate till I couldn't eat any more vegetables, you know, just because that's my pattern of eating. Yeah. Yes. I snack constantly. Yeah. I'm snacking constantly on fruits. I want to say, it's like, people are like, oh, you're losing weight, and it's like, no, I'm not. But my muscle, it's like I was leaning. I was getting lean muscle tissue,
Yes.
and that was amazing.
Yeah.
I cannot say that I lost weight. Then if I get on the scale today, I probably haven't lost weight, but I have leaned,
Yeah.
where I dropped 4 dress sizes,
Yeah.
and I literally had to buy a new
Well,
wardrobe.
that's what the hormonal system does. It controls muscle tone. So your whole body shape just changes.
It's
You
amazing.
even find that weight distributes itself more evenly. I don't know if you found that. I mean,
It does, and I can say, and this has been something that I've won girlfriends with, you don't lose the fat in the right places. That's all. Yeah, you do want to keep the boobs,
and shape around the hips.
and you don't lose that fat, and that's been the amazing thing, because I've leaned, and people are like, I didn't realize your bone structure was that thin. I was never a large. I've always been physically fit, but I have so much more lean muscle tissue now, and it's just amazing. And I just ate good food. That's really all I did. Was I made sure that my body had the essential oils that it needed. I made sure that my body, and I enjoyed giving my body the essential oils with my cashews and my avocados.
It's like, I can eat these at last.
So it's been.
And exercise is something you've always done, isn't it?
Exercise is something that I've always done, and I teach exercise classes.
Outdoors.
Outdoors. I do work for this company where I teach outdoors, and so that has been awesome. So it's really neat to now take my members, my clients, on a journey with me to just attain better health and look hot. You know, so that's where. That's what I'm privileged to be able to do, is just share with people who are wanting to just really attain better health and see results, to lose weight, to lose inches. Let me say inches.
But without that being your goal, really.
Without that being your goal.
You were kind of fed up with the hormones. You get to a point where you don't actually care about the weight anymore. It's your health you're worried about. And
it was definitely, I needed help hormonally. I knew that, my menstrual cycle, and just, going to my doctor and all these, every treatment they wanted to put me on, it was like, I need a solution. I needed a solution. I needed a natural solution. It's sad that we're willing to seek other solutions when there are natural solutions. And that's the awesome thing, that it did not cost me an arm and a leg, literally. It did not cost me my health. It increased. It's like I received from just following the natural way. I have been the beneficiary of there are so many benefits. Words cannot, I don't think I have enough words. I don't think I have enough stories. I'm sure I have a few more stories, literally, of the health.
Skin, sleep, bowels,
everything.
Else?
It's just been amazing. I'm pretty regular now.
Did you not used to be?
I've always probably gone at least once a day.
Yeah.
I've actually never been constipated.
Yeah.
So, but I now go about 45 minutes after I eat a meal. So sometimes I'm still at the table and it's like, I need to excuse myself for a moment.
And it's not because you've been limited.
Yeah, I know.
It's like everything is working like clockwork. Isn't it weird the way it's like the same time every day and it's just that time?
It's just
after
a little
the meal?
odd. It's just a little odd. Yeah, it's like, okay, everyone's still eating and I'm still eating, but I'm going to go now. So, but it feels good. I am so thankful and want everyone to be able to know and feel and experience just good health. Yes, God-made health.
Oh, Jane, I can't add to that. I think it's the most awesome testimony. That's us, happy hormones, we have.